The greatest tower mod of all time just rolled into town, and it's called the Army Base. I'm not exaggerating that first statement, because this tower mod comes equipped with 15 unique upgrades, not to mention the unique tower art that you see over here, and all the upgrade splash art. So basically, the Army Base deploys a monkey soldier from the end of the track to pop balloons. And what better way to test this out than none other than firing range. So here we go. The base, Army Base, simply spawns out a walking, looks to be a mortar monkey. Also, yes, it's an ABR, by the way. It doesn't look like it hits. Oh, it does hit camo. Well, that's OP, isn't it? But there's another mortar monkey coming out, so it's, I guess, periodic. Let's say every, I don't know, fast forwarded 30 seconds, one spawns out and pops a crap ton of balloons. Although there's got to be a pierce limit at some point. It looks like it does 2 damage every time the mortar monkey walks through it. Like, let's watch this one over here. Yeah, it's like 10 balloons or something like that. Let's upgrade it, though. Which one do we want to start with first? Quick feet. Soldiers move twice as fast. That doesn't give me damage, so I'm gonna look at the next one. Can reveal camos. Wait a minute. Okay, I think this means reveal as in de-camo them. I don't want that right now, so I'll go to sturdier soldiers. Can now withstand additional 4 balloons, aka 4 pierce. But this is a pretty cool concept for a tower. Also, what is that? Is that barbed wire we added to the army base? Kind of crazy that literally all, yeah, it's like opens brambles, as you can see from the sprite art here. Or is it actually the thornberry bush from BTD5, if I recall that. I also forgot to mention, huge shout out to Hubor for creating this mod. Let's take a look at what his invention for tier 2 bottom path is. Barbed wires. Soldiers can now pop an additional 1 balloon layer, which is basically a nice fat 50% buff. We've added more thornberry bushes to our base here. Can this mortar monkey hit leads also? No, we can't. How about ballistic shield? This is what we need. Withstands even more balloons. Can pop lead and frozen balloons and sometimes knock back. Well, we're gonna get that next as soon as we can. Actually, there's no leads till like, what, round 23, so I need to go for another army base. It looks like these mortar monkeys are coming out too slowly. Or soldier monkeys. They may have the mortar monkey's hat, but it is certainly no longer a mortar monkey. That's for sure. This one I'll upgrade to quick feed just to see the difference between a speedy soldier monkey and a slow one. Yeah, boy are they fast. They should audition for the track team. Anyway, faster to deploy is what I want. Deploy soldiers 20% more frequently. Let's get it. As I want to say earlier though, this is an amazing concept for a tower. Basically, a tower that spawns units, like, that walk across the track. I've seen mods where, you know, towers, like, will walk on the track or something along the lines of that, but nothing like this. I would kind of think of it as like a sawdust sword charge ability, but, well, like constant. You don't have to activate it. Also, I'm gonna buy Monkey Charge tier 3 here. Monkey soldiers move even faster and deploy more frequently. If anything, I think this mod might be a little bit underpowered because we have already lost, like, yeah, well over half our lives. And it looks like the problem with these guys is that they only damage a balloon once. Meaning, regrows are definitely a problem, because we'll only do 2 layers of them, and then, yeah, we'll just regrow to a bunch of crap before we leave. Anyway, time for Ballistic Shield, because let's come this round. We need to get one spawn in ASAP. We got the Top Path Charger tier 3 coming in, but there we go. Soldier Monkey will coming in with the shield. Make way, make way. Uh-oh. Yeah, unfortunately, it's on the wrong way. It's going the wrong way, where that lead is. Can we hopefully snipe on the way around? No. Unlucky, unlucky. Okay, we can still tank that. Oh, actually, one came in clutch at the end. I don't even care if this tower's weak. The animations of this are just insanely awesome to look at. Like, where can I get one of these shields? Also, we should cross path, so for one, let's cross path the monkey charge with more pierce and more layers as well. Yep, 302 is a good one. And let's cross path our ballistic shield with the middle path. So first off, de-camo. And tier 2. Oh, am I gonna die there, actually? Come on. Ah, nothing came out on that side. Unlucky. I'd assume it alternates the sides, but I wasn't paying attention there. But darts. For 1k, whenever it pops a balloon, shoots a single weak dart. Interesting. I say that's decently useful, because it pops a lot of balloons before it disappears. Also, I'm just gonna die here and get myself a fresh 2k and 100 lives. Because, yeah, it's, again, a bit underpowered. Anyway, we can't even see the dart come up because there's so many balloons here, it's so dense. Oh, no, now I can, Huh, it's weird that it's shooting downwards. Why does it do that? Also, holy moly, Pierce problems. I think we're still dead. Oh my god, we don't spawn the soldiers fast enough. Well, that calls for a middle path then. Grenade launcher. Yup, this sounds like the grouped Pierce path. Now equipped with grenade launcher. Shoots grenades whenever it pops a balloon. Let's get it, and I would probably do... I probably want to spawn more. But both cross paths seem very good. I have no idea what's going on with this guy here. Feels like if the balloons are going in reverse, wouldn't that be more OP if it only shot in the bottom direction? There's a grenade launcher too. I feel like we'd be so close to greatness if we, I don't know, they were shooting in the right direction, but we're dead again. Now this is kind of crazy. Also, can you outbuff the the army base? Nice. This is akin to outbuffing a village. Does it even outbuff the soldiers inside? Also, I'm just gonna keep retrying until we beat a round. I think we're still dead again. Alright, we gotta go for some tier 4 here. So, Dirt Bite. Deploys extra fast dirt bike monkeys, which deal extra damage to ceramics. We don't need ceram damage. How about Patrol Jeep? Sends Patrol Jeeps with extra resistance and damage. I'm gonna roll my luck with the dirt bike. And, oh yeah, this is definitely good. Look at how much it's pulling out. Not gonna lie, this tower mod fits more in the game than Beast Handler. Tell me if I'm wrong, but holy crap, is this not like 10 times faster spawn rate on these things compared to tier 3? Alright, that's a bit on the OP side, I gotta say. I guess this is how it feels when a biker gang shows up. They come in waves. Very accurate. So I'm noticing now that the grenade launcher is, they're not shooting just straight downward anymore. I'm not sure what was going on earlier. If anybody wants to clarify, feel free, but it seems like they're actually targeting the balloons properly now, like the seeking darts too. And the grenades are seeking too, to my surprise. Anyway, biker gang rolling in for round 40. It looks like it does 13. Each biker gets that much damage per pass through, and it's like, okay. It's only spawning on this lane, I noticed. Probably because it's only a mob active on this lane. But when it's around like this, then uses both lanes. Never really thought about that before. Also, whoa. Biker gang actually getting overwhelmed now. What makes this harder than the F mob earlier? I actually think I'm dead here, by the way. Not quite, but it looks like we gotta upgrade. I got a little bit greedy. Let's do jungle drums. I'd assume that would spawn more out. Yep, we gotta call in the patrol jeep reinforcements, especially for the mobs here. So here we go. Well, I bought it and nothing has spawned yet. Okay, there it is. Our first jeep coming in to ram the Moabs, although I guess the dirt bikes get to it before the jeep does. Dang. It's kind of funny though, they can just run over balloons with a car. Why hasn't HQB thought of that before? Or rather, why have the monkeys thought about that before? Oh, well, that's probably because the balloons are floating, so you can't really ram something that's in the air. Unless it's really close to the ground. Unless we have flying cars, but I don't think this is a flying jeep by any means. This do be one of the terror concepts of all time, though. Now, watch as it rams the Moab to death, and it looks like the jeep wins. It's still standing after running through the F-Moab. I guess in the context of this battle, the balloons are battling pretty close to the floor, or rather the ground. Let's take a look at the tank commander. Middle path tier 4. Shoots high damaging missiles, and with an ability, Force Deploy, speeds up the deploy time of the next tank. Let's get it. And let's see those high damaging missiles. Can we see it? Yep, there it is. We got Churchill at home, ladies and gents. Dirt bikes, patrol jeeps, and tanks. So it didn't look like it did a lot of damage on that pass through in the F-Mob there. Because the jeep did more. But right, it's actually the missiles that are the things doing the most damage. I'm not sure why it didn't shoot there. That's besides me. Let me just see what happens with this, though. This ability. I'm waiting for the next thing to spawn out so I can use it back to back. Like now? Oh, I think I got baited by the Jeep there. I used the ability as soon as a green vehicle spawned, but it was the wrong green vehicle. Let me just try it again here now. It says it speeds up the deploy time of the next tank, but it still seems pretty, like, gapped apart. Like, at most, that's, what, 30% faster on the next tank? It's not really that huge. Anyway, it's time for the tier 5s now. This is definitely pretty cheap of a tier 5. Roadhog deploys super fast motorcycles, which deal even more damage to Mob-class balloons. Let's see if we need it here, or can our jeeps and everything else take us all the way up? There's the missiles coming out. rapid fire. It seems like it shoots out in a burst every once in a while. So extra fast dirt bike monkey is, it feels like they're already going really fast. But let's see how much faster we can go. Got it? And oh my, those are speedy boys. Sir, there is a speed limit on these roadways, or rather on this battlefield here. You can't just go ahead speeding like that. Or I guess they can because they're not listening. Let's take a look at the bottom path. This is the next cheapest one. Offense Battalion Convoy, 6x6 off-road trucking, capable of running over the biggest of balloons. Yes, I can't wait to run over the ZMDs in BA-Days too. Let's upgrade it now, and let's see what their new vehicle is. How much bigger and improved is it? Waiting for it. There we go. I think it's slower. Moving much slower than a Jeep, but as you can see, much more massive. Good God, that is indeed a 6x6, alright? Alright, let's see it one-shot these FBFEs. At least that's what I'd assume it should do. Yep. Actually, no, it didn't do damage. I'm looking at the damage, but I think the hitbox is still, like, tiny, despite how big this thing looks. Also, now I'm regretting that I went for 025. 205 would be much better. I also think that one convoy just ran over the entire HP of the ZMG there, so we know at least it does several thousand every time it runs over a balloon. How about here? Yep, I think I saw... I only covered it for like 2 frames, so it was like 2,000 damage right there. And now it should just eat up all those ZMGs like butter, or rather ceramics. Nice. And the Mecha Commander. Let's take a read after I press free play here. So the Mecha Commander steers a super powerful balloon, exterminating a mecha that shoots a volley of 6 guided missiles around itself whenever it hits a balloon. Alright, let's see what you got for us in about $3,000. I just noticed also that aside from that one knockback tier, I think it was with the ballistic shield, it's all damage. This army base is, well, all munitions, which I guess makes sense. But there it is, Mecha Commander. Let's see if we can spawn a big boy out. Yeah, there we go. Making way for the strongest tier of the bunch. You can see it shoots super large missiles that, once again, seek towards the balloons. I wonder if it hits DDTs. If not, I guess our trucks can take care of that for us. Is there any way of being able to see DDTs? Didn't see earlier, but holy crap, that damage on the ZMGs was nasty. Or just, yeah, non-DDTs. Holy. It looks like when the mecha's on top of the balloon, it fires out those super fast missiles, but I might also just be tripping. But no, this looks to be true. Look, watch this. Yep, there come the missiles. So it has to be within a close range, and then those missiles can see whatever the hell it wants to the track. See again? Just ram it through the ZMGs. That's why it's doing way more damage than everything else, but that's to be expected with it doing, well, being most expensive by a lot. If anything, I'm actually a little bit disappointed by the, these guys, the convoys. I know I got this a lot earlier, but, like, it's still been doing more damage in the last 10 rounds than this one over here. Well, okay. I will admit, I said I went for the wrong cross path, so should probably fix that, eh? There we go. Now we'll check the pops. Also, is there a pierce limit to these mechas or what? Because I haven't been paying attention too much, but I haven't seen them being deleted before a certain point. I think the dirt bikes do definitely have a pretty early pierce limit, but what the heck, only 11k damage? Again, I got this like several rounds ago, but I think, yeah, Mecha's probably still on the pops way. And the dirt bike speed, okay, it makes sense, Because by the time balloons are reaching this army base, a lot of the towers have already popped it, even though it's already on the top, the very top path here. And I guess you can only damage a balloon once. So, fair enough. I think meanwhile the Mecha, as missiles can shoot, I can still, like, attack other balloons. Here comes the bad. Mecha, activate missiles, only got 1 health there. Can we get another one through? Oh, how come that one didn't throw out any missiles? Weird. 5,000 damage from the convoy there. And now for the F-Bed. Come on, Mechas. Maybe I'll use the ability to spawn another one out after the next one. Because, yeah, I don't want to waste it. Oh, okay, so it only shoots out 1 missile, like, just like the other towers. So that makes complete sense. But if there's group balloons on the screen, then this thing's OP, because it can still shoot the other towers. But single target-wise, it's actually a bit rough. Yeah, 1,000. And it's also, yep, 5,000 per convoy here. Alright, let's outbuff it to make it throw out faster, because I'm actually gonna die at this point. Alright, another spawn. I need it. I need this one to pop. Oh, still didn't pop. Alright, truck, it's all on you. No. DDTs ran through. Unlucky, because I guess it went in front of the VAD there. Or the DTs. When in doubt then, let's do Homeland Defense. Because I'd assume, yep, this definitely spawns out twice the amount of soldiers. And that should allow us to pop it in time. But still, whoa, that was really close. Despite having double the amount of damage. Weird. And having the right lane for it to come out. But anyway, as you saw, the moment the ZMGs pop down, Mecha could spawn out so many missiles. So I'd presume these rounds here are not going to be a problem either. Anyway, that's probably about it that we have to showcase for the army base. Hope you enjoyed the showcase. But more importantly, shout out to the creator Hubor for such an interesting concept to come to life. And with some, like, very realistic art as well. In the meantime, click here if you want to watch more videos, and I'll catch you all later.